Welcome back to the Revive Then Thrive podcast, where we explore reviving and thriving relationally and emotionally. I'm your host, Hallelujah Adams, licensed marriage and family therapist and certified EFT therapist. Today we're continuing episode 3 of our 4-part series on negative interactional patterns or dances. We'll be exploring a quieter but just as powerful interactional cycle, the freeze-freeze cycle. This pattern doesn't always look dramatic or chaotic from the outside. In fact, it often goes unnoticed. But underneath the surface, it can be just as painful and disconnecting as some of the louder conflict cycles we've heard about. If you've ever found yourself stuck in silence with someone you love, not because you don't care, but because it just feels too risky to speak, this episode is for you. The freeze-freeze cycle happens when both people in a relationship withdraw emotionally in response to distress. Neither one reaches, neither pushes, instead both freeze, shutting down, going silent, and avoiding emotional engagement. This isn't a conscious decision. It's an automatic response to feeling overwhelmed or unsafe. It's often the nervous system saying, "It's too much. I can't." Unlike the more commonly known pursue-withdraw cycle or dance, where one person protests and the other retreats, the freeze-freeze dance is marked by mutual withdrawal. It can look calm on the outside, but the inside experience is often one of quiet despair. In emotionally focused therapy, we understand these behaviors as protective strategies. Freezing is what we do when other responses like reaching out or defending feel too vulnerable or have led to pain in the past. Maybe attempts to connect have failed too many times. Maybe conflict feels dangerous, especially for those who've experienced trauma. So both partners, consciously or not, decide, let's just not go there. But beneath that freeze response, there's often a deep longing. I want to connect, but I'm afraid. I don't know if I'll be received. I don't know if it matters anymore. EFT helps us look underneath these rules our bodies have learned about distress and bonding. It helps us look underneath those surface behaviors to the attachment fears and needs driving them. Needs for safety, comfort, understanding, and closeness. Here are a few signs of the freeze-freeze cycle. You and your loved ones stop talking about hard things. Disagreements end in silence, not resolution. You both avoid emotional conversations altogether. There's no yelling, but also no reaching. The relationship starts to feel like you're just coexisting. Silence can feel safer, but it can also feel incredibly lonely. When no one reaches out, no one knows if the other person is hurting. You start to wonder, do they even care? Am I the only one feeling this way? Do I matter to them? And when both people are frozen, disconnection can deepen. It's like standing back to back in the same room, both afraid to turn around. But this isn't a lack of love. It's often a response to fear. So how do we shift this pattern? How do we practice taking new steps? New ways of being together? First, we name the cycle together. Hey, I think we both shut down when things get hard. Then, we explore what's underneath. I freeze because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to make things worse. Or, I go silent because I don't think you'll respond, and that hurts too much. In EFT, we guide loved ones to take small emotional risks, to name their fear, share their need, and begin to re-engage with one another. A gentle reach might sound like, I know we've both been quiet, and I miss you. I've been afraid to say anything, but I want to reconnect. Here are some questions to sit with that can help slow this down. When do I notice myself freezing in my relationships? What thoughts or fears come up when I feel emotionally shut down? What might I be longing for in those moments? What's one small way I could gently reach out? Thank you for joining me today. The freeze-freeze cycle can be hard to name because it's so quiet. But your silence matters, your pain matters, and your longing for connection matter. And always remember, if practicing slowing down, reflecting, and practicing new steps in this dance is too overwhelming, you're not alone. Sometimes we need help and support slowing down these rules our bodies remember about distress and bonding. You can reach out to an EFT therapist like myself. You can find an international list by going to directory.iceft.com/. You can also check out the free companion worksheet to this episode at www.revivethenthrive.org on the podcast page to help you track freeze patterns and gently explore what's underneath. If today's episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and hit the bell so you can stay updated on the series, including next episode, when we're stuck in multiple dances, as we explore how these three core or most common dances can all live within the same relationship. Until next time, I'm hugging your hearts. May you feel safe, seen, and supported. You're doing sacred work towards relational and emotional healing, and I'm honored to be on this reviving and thriving healing journey with you. See you next time.